Hello, friends, and welcome to this episode of Life with Perry Martins. My name is Perry Martins. My name is Perry Martins, and it's nice to reach you this evening. Today, we're going to be talking about from predator to protector. From predator to protector. Now, this podcast this evening is actually targeted towards men. Yes, towards men. But if you are a lady and then you're listening to this podcast, it's okay too. You're going to, learn a thing or two from it. But my audience this evening is men. So I'm talking to men. And the reason why I'm talking to men is because this particular thing I want to discuss is squarely, targeted to them or targeted towards them. There has been a consistent aggressive campaign in the past maybe 50 or so years to project the woman as the ultimate desire of the man, to project the girl as the ultimate desire, the solution to whatever carnal desires that a man has. So now I'm talking about sex and sexual satisfactions. Right? There's been movies about this. There's been music about this, songs written about this, music videos shot about this. And in these music videos, you see the woman or a lady who they call video vixens, sexually portray her role. Sexually portray or sexually or try to sexually arouse the man by certain innuendos or actions or words or what's the word not to use, but basically you're watching a music video and the whole move of the woman or the lady in the music video is to give off that sexual femininity, right? That sensuality, make you feel like you want her as a man, right? Yeah, so, and this has been consistently done. And the thing about television and videos and media is that it's a potent tool of education, re-education. It's a potent tool to teach. Television, visuals is a potent tool to teach. Because what you see, you can't unsee. What you see, you can't unsee. Once you have seen it, you have seen it. It is engraved in your mind. And when you now see it over and over and over again, then it becomes even more, indelible in your mind. So what has happened in the past couple of years is that there has been a consistent bombardment of the minds of young men to see women not as sisters, not as the daughters, not as aunties, but as an object of sexual satisfaction. Now, of course, the women we're talking about are young girls who are in their prime, who have a certain look, certain curvilinear, certain type of look, basically. So what has consistently been done is to showcase this type of women on television, portray them as the ultimate posturing of a woman, and then portray them as the ultimate desire of the man, and consistently brainwash the young men to believe that is what they need to satisfy whatever urge they have going on within their members or within their body. I'm using Bible language to say members within their body. So now this has giving rise to what I call a predator generation. A predator. Has there been rapes before now? Yes. But the truth is, it has become a thing, and it has been on the rise for a very long time now. It has been on the rise and consistently been on the rise. So that we have a lot of young men who can't keep their composure. Whenever they see a pretty young lady, they want to do something. They want to act out what they have been taught on television. So every time they see a young woman, they don't see a human being who deserves all the respect and honor. What they see is an object of sexual satisfaction. And the whole campaign has also given rise to an overdrive, a hormonal overdrive, of these things that we're talking about. So this has given rise to a predator generation, a generation of young men who have become predators. They are predatory in their mind, predatory in their action, predatory in everything that they are doing. So that you're sitting, on the streets, and then a young lady is passing, and then there are a couple of guys who are sitting, beside that road or the street that young lady is passing. You begin to see them exhibiting some animalistic tendencies. They either whistle at her, call out, her bodily endowment. If she has an interesting set of busts, they will call it out, or some would even want to go and touch, thereby invading her privacy. This is not something that was happening before now. I mean, not in the public, but now these things are happening on a daily basis, happening in broad daylight, because we have allowed entertainment to redefine our culture to the point that we have not taught our young men how to respect women. And it's become a problem. So it has become a problem. It's become a societal issue. It's eroding our culture. So the purpose of my podcast this evening is to call your attention. Maybe you think it's normal. It's not normal. If you're a young man listening to me, and this particular attitude or action is not limited to single men. Married men, all kinds of men do it. All kinds of men do it. You see married men that are not satisfied with their wife, so they want something outside. And I was telling someone that sex is sex. Sex is sex. Whether you have it with woman A, woman B, woman C, or woman D, sex is sex. The only difference is the body that you're having the sex with and how it makes you feel. And at the end of the day, it's all an intangible thing. Is a feeling. Is an intangible satisfaction. So it's not like you have sex and then you grow more hair. No, it's something that you do and you are done the next minute and you feel satisfied, and in the next hour you want to do again, because it's just a feeling that you are trying to satisfy. It's an itch. It never goes away. And the truth is, for every woman, as a man, for every woman that you either rape or have sex with, whether it was whether both of you agreed to have it, or you forced her, induced her, whatever way, because there are several ways, several things that people do to get women to have sex with them. So whatever way you do it, whatever way you do it, right? It doesn't change the fact that it is sex, and in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, you are done. You are done. And you have either violated that woman, or you satisfied her, because it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing. She satisfies you, you satisfy her, or however it goes. But if it is against her wish and she was induced, forced in any way, you have violated her. So my discourse with you this evening is that men, you have to go from predator to protector. It is time to go back to becoming protectors of our women. We all can be protectors. There will always be some Judas when there is a Jesus. But it is very important that the majority of us become protectors of our women. So that every time you see a young lady or woman on the road, on the streets, in the church, at the gym, or anywhere, let the first thought that comes through your mind shouldn't be how you can corner her and expunge your sexual desire with her. Because funny enough, this is what happens in the minds of a lot of men when they see a pretty lady. What is going through their mind is how they can explore sexuality with her. But it's very important that you know that it doesn't do you any good. So we need to begin to get back to reorientating and teaching our young men that every girl out there is your sister, could be your auntie, could be your mother, could be a daughter, another man's daughter, another man's wife, another man's mother, another man's sister. It's very important that you protect her as you protect your own. And funny enough, the funny thing is that in that moment, because I'm saying this thing because I'm a man, I talk to a lot of men. The funny thing is, in that moment, when this particular man have this thought going on in their mind, they don't remember that the young lady in question could be their daughter. You see a man in his 50s trying to indulge in sex with a young lady in her 20s, just because the young lady needs help. She needs financial help, and she needs the money. And this 50-year-old man would say, I will give you money, but you will do this for me. If only you can remember in that moment, in that time, that she could have been your daughter. She could be your sister. She could be your niece. She could have been anyone close to you, your cousin. So men, it's time to go from predator to protector. Predator to protector. Go from predator to protector. The woman, the young lady, she's not your prey. She is someone's precious child. And a lot happens in the underworld. A lot happens. Women are forcefully taken, some kidnapped, some scammed or waylaid into sexual trades. Their lives messed up. A lot happens in that world. And whoever you are listening to me this evening, please think twice again before you destroy the life of another young lady, before you sacrifice her future on the altar of your 5 minutes of sexual satisfaction. Think twice again before you take that step. If a young lady approaches you and she needs money, that's why she wants to have sex with you, give her the money and forget about the sex. She will remember you for the rest of her life. She'll remember you for that. We should get back to loving and caring for one another without looking for something in return, looking for a payment. And this thing happens all over. The young lady's trying to get work. You want to have sex with her first before you give her the job. She wants a referral. You want to have sex with her before you give her the referral. She needs an appointment. You want to have sex with her before you give her the appointment. We've had so many cases, so many situations, so many investigative journalistic works done to expose these things. But I just thought to share it here also. Protect the woman. Protect the girl. Protect the lady. Respect the lady. Honor the lady as a man. And I know it goes both ways, because there are women also who prey on men, for a fact. But today is about talking to the men and having them change their mind towards the women. Today, go from predator to protector. In your street, in your area, protect. You see a woman on the street, you like her because of how she's looking. Approach her formally and try to be nice and try to be friends. If she doesn't give in to you, okay, it's not a problem. If you get in and begin to date her, honor and respect her. Honor and respect her. If you're married, stay away. From wanting to start something new with someone else, except, your culture or your religion allows you to have more than one wife, and your wife understands that. Yes. But respect the woman, both the ones outside and the one in your house. Your mom, your wife, your sisters, respect and honor them. It's very important that we don't abuse our women, and we love and respect them in all the ways we can. This is my message to you this evening. I'm not going to make it long. Today, go from predator to protector. When you see that woman on the street, the lady on the street, the young girl on the street, let what comes to your mind not be how you can take advantage of her sexuality and explore, her bodily virtues. Let what should go through your mind is how you can honor, protect, and preserve her dignity. And if that means that you have to just pass by and walk away, pass by and walk away. If it also means you want to walk up to her and want to get to know her, then by all means do that. But do not take advantage of her. Thank you for listening to me this evening, and have an amazing day ahead of you. Bye.